What's going on? Talk to us.
Yeah. Let's see. So my report, I'm down 24 pounds, back to 216. And let's see, the biggest qualitative changes has to be sleep. When I started this, I was, or not started this, but some of the stuff relates to when I first joined GUTLESS in January. I was waking up choking several hours a night, not getting deep sleep, not feeling rested, falling asleep during meetings, having to just take constant caffeine throughout the day to keep going. And so that's been a huge improvement. My head hits the pillow, and then the next thing I hear are birds chirping in the morning. And it's been a big improvement. As far as quantitative changes, resting heart rate, everything is down on my Apple Watch. My activity, all the metrics are looking good. And what I'm like most about GUTLESS, I don't want to repeat what everyone else said about the camaraderie in the group, because I totally echo that, and I think it's been well said at this point. But I also like, Bryce, I like your weekly, how you run the meetings each week, and sort of how you have committed yourself to living to a high set of ideals and standards, and, expecting a lot from yourself, and frankly, practicing what you preach. I think one of the biggest turnoffs for anyone, is people who are phony or hypocrites, say one thing and do another. And, with you, what you say is exactly the person you are. And, you completely earn trust with everyone in the group. And it's so important, I think, for this program to work, and for you as a coach to get everyone's peak performance out. And so that's one thing that I really appreciate about this program in particular. As far as my next goal, I'm 6 pounds away from G target, so I want to hit that 210. My goal back, kind of a New Year's resolution, was to get under 200 pounds in 2020, and I'm going to keep working towards that. And my commitment to the GUTLESS Oath was a 10. I did everything in the program. I was honest with my pod, checked in. I think finishing strong was my weaker one. I would probably say an 8. I just spent 10 days in San Diego, and the first few days there, I was hitting my runs, I was eating GUTLESS, and then the resorts and the tourist culture kind of creeps in, and it's good I got back when I did, because I was starting to slip pretty hard towards the end. So I think that submarined what could have been a strong finish, but I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm just going to get back on the horse and keep making gains. And yeah, qualitative, across the board improvements. Output at work has been phenomenal. I've been getting, recognition, and Amazon has pretty high standards and expectations of its engineers. So that's been really nice to, be able to get recognized for that, and be able to compete at a high level in that regard. That's it.
Awesome, brother. Well, congrats. Excellent. We had a 30-pound bet, so we'll have to talk about that. That means you have to join Bravado. That's what that means.
Yeah. Keep going.
And thank you for that compliment. 11 months ago now, I committed to sobriety, because although I was living by most of our principles, I could not live by all of them as a man who would go out and get fucked up on the weekends and check out for 2 or 3 days at a time, run from my pain, run from my problems. I couldn't get in touch with the things that were eating me up day by day, slowly but surely, and I couldn't be who I wanted to become. And in the last year, my life has changed tremendously. And it's because I do live by our values and our virtues. And I fuck up too. I slip up too. I haven't slipped up on drinking, but there's definitely areas I can improve. And I'm trying every day to get better. And it's amazing to have this training ground. GUTLESS keeps me on a short leash. I can't go too far off of our rules, our principles, our practices without paying a tremendous price on my guilt, my conscience. It just doesn't work. I can't do it. So this means more to me than drinking, than fucking around, than any cheap frill or thrill. We talk about delayed gratification. With no uncertainty, I'm going to tell you this has been the best year of my life, and in some ways the hardest. The hard decisions one has to make, while they're difficult in the moment, in the long run, they mean everything. And they determine whether you feel fulfilled and you feel like you're on the path and living your purpose, or you're showing up weak in life and shortchanging yourself.